for checking out the live stream. You look great. Happy Thursday, August 30th. We're in the house. I can't believe it. We're almost finished with the month of April. The month of April. April showers bring May flowers. That's what they say. It's raining here. So, got a lot of great stuff to talk about today. One thing is, first, I'm going to be doing a Twitter tutorial once I get this thing rocking and rolling. I see we have a few people that are in the live stream. Thank you for checking it out. Please hit the like button, and if you could, also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put out content daily. I do live streams all the time. First and foremost, I do want to say thank you so much. I really mean that. I appreciate you being here and rolling with a brother. So, first and foremost, that's my new phrase, first and foremost, because first things first. First things first. I'm going to go to our live stream notes and we're going to take it from the top. I just want you to know one thing. You can engage and participate in the live chat. That's what I want you to do. I want you to ask me questions, anything that you want to know, anything that you say. This is an interactive experience between you and I will comment on what you write if it's not too inappropriate. I am working towards getting 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So I can't do anything too crazy, but I am a silly guy. Now, the objective of this whole live stream is to raise your consciousness while entertaining you and being educational. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to keep putting myself out there. All you got to do is enjoy yourself. Let me know what you're looking for. So, first, let's go and see what we got going on out there. I'm chilling. I hope you're chilling because I'm chilling. I'm chilling. And the live stream is every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., Friday night, 10 p.m., and then Sunday at 7 p.m. I'm here for you. If you ever wonder if there's not going to be a live stream, check my Twitter, and I will tweet whether or not there won't be a live stream that day if you're wondering. But otherwise, the times are Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the East Coast. I'm right outside Washington, D.C. Friday night at 10 p.m. and then Sunday night at 7 p.m. If there's ever not going to be a live stream, I will tweet that there won't be a live stream. Otherwise, I'll be here. You can count on me. So we're going over our daily W's for today. So the daily W for today is that I have enabled the ability to stream my second monitor so you can see what I'm seeing, and I can actually show you some things that can really, really help you. See, one thing that I really want to do is I want to share my knowledge. I have a master's in interdisciplinary studies in studio art, and that covers a whole lot of different artistic topics. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, so I have a lot of knowledge. I have a wide breadth, not super deep, but I have a wide breadth, and I need to share that with people because you know what? It's what people want. They want to improve themselves, so that's what I'm doing. Bringing it to ya. I'm bringing it to ya. I'm gonna do some horoscopes really quick before we get too deep into it. So I also have this question: if you're walking down a dark alley and you see two individuals lying on the ground, one is a bleeding heart liberal and the other is a bleeding heart vampire, who are you sadder for? This is a good question if you're trying to figure out whether they're into monsters or what their political beliefs are. Either way, you're going to get something fun out of it. So, I'm not sure if you heard that there is a town in Sweden that is dumping manure into their park to prevent people from gathering there and to try to create more social distancing. They're dumping manure in a park. You know what I think of that behavior? I think it stinks. Kidding. There's actually a new medication that may be able to help people who are suffering from coronavirus. It is essentially an Ebola medication, and there's some evidence that this Ebola medication can reduce coronavirus deaths. It didn't work very well for Ebola, but it can help with coronavirus. Does anything work well with Ebola? I mean, for real, right? Well, glad that it's going to work for Corona and it's showing some positive benefits. That is definitely a plus. I'm worried that they're rushing to make the vaccine and that the vaccine might turn some people into mutants with crazy superpowers. And I don't know if you've seen X-Men, but moving on with our horoscopes. Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Your thoughts and emotions may be especially erratic today. What I want you to do is I want you to take a nice, warm shower, lay down, and meditate. And if you need to, eat some yogurt. Take the Activia challenge because you need to maintain your emotions, Aries. Taurus. This is a good time for you to subscribe to some sort of magazine or newsletter so you can stay up with the current events and your hobbies. Just make sure that they are not too weird because Taurus, you get weird. You get weird, Taurus. So embrace your hobbies, but not too much. All right? Gemini. Someone or something may be rubbing you the wrong way, but don't sweat it. People with strong opinions may come into your space telling you how to run your life. But you know what? You can let it go in one ear and out the other because you're two personalities anyway. Don't let them rub you the wrong way, Gemini. Kanye. Tupac. They're both Geminis. Cancer. If you're still using the old shovel to rake out the fields, now it's time to get an upgrade. Use a stick of dynamite. Blow that thing up. Nitrotoluene. TNT. Nitrotoluene. You're worth it, Cancer. Leo. Today could be an odd day for you. When you feel stranded between the past and the future, stay in the present. Buy yourself something. A present. You're worth it, Leo. Meow. Meow. I've got one viewer. I'm answering questions about Twitter, but I'm not going to be answering anything if I'm not asked anything. I'm not just going to jump in and just dive into a whole entire lecture series. I don't need to do that. I'm not gonna overexert myself just yet. It also takes a bunch of time for people to join the chats and the live stream. It's like you got to do it for about 45, 50 minutes before the universe goes, "Hey, you're doing something over there, huh? Got a little live stream, huh? Trying to live stream a little bit? Yeah? Do a little streaming, huh?" And then you're like, "Yeah. How's that going for you? How's that live stream going for you, buddy?" I have one viewer. Oh, one is a lot for you, huh? I hate you. I hate you so much. So that's the when you go after it, the muse will let you in. The muse will let you in, but you have to stand outside the door to success, and the muse will just stand there with their arms crossed, and they will wait for you to give up. And if you don't give up, then they'll go, "All right, come on in." Kind of like that scene in Fight Club where people stand on the doorstep, doorstep, doorstep. They stand on the doorstep of that little soap company. Back to the horoscopes, bro. Virgo. You could find yourself in a socially awkward position today. Well, that's because you're doing yoga in the wrong places and the wrong people are seeing you. Stop doing yoga in the church. They don't like it there. They think it's too provocative. So if you feel like you're in socially awkward positions, then stop doing that stuff in those places, Virgo. Come on. Come on, Virgo. God. It's always the Virgos, right? Nah, it's never them. It's always all of the signs. Libra. You should be experiencing a good sense of flow today with any tasks that involve speaking or writing. Speaking or writing, Libra. There you go. So you're going to get a good flow today. And that's really good because sometimes, Libra, you're out of your mind. So I'm glad that you're experiencing a good sense of flow today because you wall yourself up. And then when you say things, people are like, I don't know what they're talking about. Lil Wayne's a Libra, and he is just the king of weird metaphors, right? He says this one line. He goes, I'm running these streets like I got four thighs. I think it's fun, right? It's fun. He says, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Because the G is silent in lasagna. Some comic said that, and I was just like, oh yeah, gotcha. I'm just repeating their joke for you. I believe it's Ariel Montgomery wrote that joke. If not, then she's going to get credit for it. I didn't steal it. See, I cited my source. I may have been wrong, but I cited it. Scorpio. You might find that you are inspired to get involved with a new project today. Good, because the most of the things that you've been doing, Scorpio, have been boring the heck out of me. So I'm glad you're getting involved in something new because you and that model airplane hobby, I don't know if you've been sniffing that glue or snorting the paint, but it's old, bro. It's old, bro. Sagittarius. Too many unfinished tasks or chores today might have you feeling pressured to get them done. Well, if you would actually do what you're supposed to do, then maybe you wouldn't have all that stuff piled up on you, Sagittarius. You're a mess. Do you know that? You're a mess. And that's what happens when you finally have that moment of clarity. Then you're like, why do I keep hoarding notebooks and magazines? What's wrong with me? I'm here to tell you, you're a hoarder. It's okay, Sagittarius. I'm still your friend. Capricorn, if you're into computers and the internet, you can expect to spend a lot of time today staring at a flickering screen because you did not pay your internet bill and you just keep slapping the computer like, come on, I'm trying to watch this episode of Friends. I'm trying to stream here. Netflix paid so much to keep it on. Oh my gosh, you can Google that. I'm not going to go into it. Yeah, it's flickering because you didn't pay your bill. You didn't pay your bill, Capricorn. Aquarius. This is a good day for pushing ahead in the marathon race. If you're aimed at a goal, you should move closer to achieving it. Yeah, you should, Aquarius. You should, because you're constantly busy, you busy body, you busy little bee. Finally, you're going to get some headway. You've always got these ideas, Aquarius. You're always all about love and stuff, and you're just an air. You're just an air sign, and I know you. I'm getting upset with the Aquarius. Let me stop. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. I think I like Aquarius. I secretly like them. Pisces. An unusual sense of determination could drive you today to complete a long-term goal that could change your life in some way. You're going to fill out that life insurance, huh? That life insurance policy, is that what you're going to do? You're going to sit down there with a cup of coffee and you're going to actually fill that thing out. That life insurance policy, right? For your spouse. And then they're going to mysteriously disappear. I'm talking to you, Carol Baskin. Yeah, Pisces. All right, those were your horoscopes. You're welcome. Okay, so I had this question. See, I bought this can of beer, a while ago before I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking about 5-6 weeks ago, right? So I bought this can of beer, and I forgot about it. And then what happened was it ended up on my my mom had put it under the kitchen sink. So I was like, right, you can't put the beer under the kitchen sink like that. It's gonna go bad. And she didn't know anything about beer. My mom knows nothing about beer. I've probably drank more alcohol than both of my parents combined. And obviously, I'm a fraction of their age. Either one. So, I've done a lot more drinking than them. So, I was talking to them about the alcohol, the beer, blah, blah, blah. And I had to really do the research. Did you do the research? Can't you see that we hurt? So, the answer is, it depends. Beer typically lasts 6 to 9 months past the expiration date on its label. It all depends on what your tolerance is for those nasty flavors that come with bad beer. If you're in high school, it won't matter. If you're in college, it might be an issue. If you're a grown man or woman or they that enjoys a good beer, you drinking those craft beers, you got one of those silly mustaches and you wear vests and you do things, you muddle things, you know a lot about what hops are, then you're not going to be able to stand it. Cans tend to last longer than bottles because the cans, they block out the light. And I don't know if you know this, but light will diminish the quality of a beer. That's why when you get Corona, that stuff can be skunked. Ugh. Because it's a glass bottle. It's a clear glass bottle. The sun's just hitting it. And it's from Mexico. But I think it's bottled in America by the Gambrinus Company. Also, another beer that's commonly skunked, also an imported beer, a lager, Heineken. A Heineken. I love Heineken. One of my favorites. That beer will get skunked with the quickness. So it's because it's got a green bottle. It's a translucent green bottle. A brown bottled beer is going to last a little longer. You're welcome. I love alliteration. The average shelf life of beer, it's about 6 months or so, 6 to 9 months afterwards. Refrigeration can increase the lifespan of a beer for up to 2 years. Up to 2 years you can keep those beers. All right, good stuff. Let's see what's going on in the live stream. I got one viewer. Hey, if you're out there and you're actually watching, go ahead and hit me a like. Give 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 me a like. 2 viewers. Thank you. Hey, if you're interested in anything regarding Twitter, please write your question in the live chat. I'm here to help you with that. I know a lot about Twitter. I got a bunch of followers. I might have more than you. I probably do. If you're here to find out about Twitter, then you must not have as many followers as me. But I'm not trying to diss you. I just want to let you know that I can help you. Please ask me your questions right over there, because otherwise I'm just going to be spouting out nonsense to the world, and you might miss it, and I would have already said it. I don't want to go back and repeat myself. Oh, it's over. I see that's from Darkest Night. What's up, Killa? Nice to see you, bruh. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. I hope that was you. If it wasn't you, then please like if you haven't already. All right, so I'm continuing with the live stream notes. If you have Twitter questions, please ask them in the live chat. And we're going to play the game of Marry, Bop, Kill. Marry, Bop, Kill. I played this a few days ago, and I wanted to bring it back. Bring it back now. Marry, Bop, Kill. So here are your options. You have Ellen DeGeneres, Rosie O'Donnell, Oprah Winfrey. Ellen DeGeneres, Rosie O'Donnell, Oprah Winfrey. This is Marry, Bop, Kill. The way that Marry, Bop, Kill works is you have to marry one of them and only one of them. You bop, that means to have sexual intercourse. And kill means to kill them. This is hypothetical. We're not really killing anybody, by the way, okay? So relax. Marry, Bop, Kill. Ellen DeGeneres, Rosie O'Donnell, Oprah Winfrey. This is our first question for Marry, Bop, Kill. All right, here we go. Marry. Okay, here's her. I'm going to write it in for you. Watch me spell her name correctly, like a G. That's good. I think I got it. DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, and Rosie O'Donnell. Just because I write them in, like the order that I write them in does not matter. It's the order that you think in, and you go Marry, and this is Marry, Bop, Kill. So I call it Marry, Bop, Kill just so I don't curse as much. I know you know that I'm trying to avoid cursing as much as I can. Here we go. Okay, now you can read it. Okay, Marry, Bop, Kill. Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, Rosie O'Donnell. Boom, that's your question. So I'll have to answer that myself, won't I? For sure. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to marry Oprah Winfrey. I'm going to kill Rosie O'Donnell. hypothetically, everybody, please don't come after me. And I'm going to Bob Ellen DeGeneres. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'll explain. The reason why I'm going to marry Oprah is because I've seen what she's done with Stedman, and it's not much. So the requirements for me in that relationship will be very minimal. But I will be entitled to all that cash money. Oh, I'm going to be like Scrooge McDuck, but black. I'm going to look like Daffy in there, because, Daffy's black and Scrooge is white. Of course, you get that. It's very racial, the way that I treat waterfowl, aquamarine life. So I'm going to do that with Oprah. Besides, she's still looking good. And then Rosie O'Donnell, I'm going to have to kill her. Not that I want to kill her, but I'm just going to have to. You know, not that I'm against Rosie O'Donnell. I loved A League of Their Own. She's so good in that movie, right? Her and Madonna. Remember Madonna played All the Way May? Ooh, ooh. Madonna was with Dennis Rodman. Madonna was with Dennis Rodman, and Dennis Rodman was homeboys with Kim Jong-un. He might still be alive, by the way. We don't know anymore. We don't care. And then Ellen, well, I'm gonna bop Ellen DeGeneres, because that would just be like a testament to my swag. A testament to my swag, son. I'm bopping Ellen DeGeneres, yo. I turned the tables on them. I did a 180. I flipped the script, yo. They were like, I thought she wasn't like that. I'm like, apparently I must have that. I must have that D. I must have that D. It transcends the sexuality, son. Okay, that's Mary Bob Kill. That's our first one. I got to give you another one. I got to throw another option in there for you. All right, let's think. So that was women. So I'm gonna have to do dudes now. We're gonna have to go dudes now. All right. So it's gonna be like this. Or what you're doing in those aspects. Tell people how to get out of this quarantine better looking, feeling, and more socially confident. Or what you're doing in those aspects. Okay. Okay. I like that. Okay. How do we get out of this quarantine better looking, feeling, and more socially confident? Okay. I like this question. So there's a couple different things that you can do to get out of this quarantine better looking. One of the first things that you can do is you can start counting your calories. And I'm going to make it really simple for you when I say counting your calories. Let's just count macros to start. What are macros? Macros are our big three nutrients. So let's call it protein, fat, carbohydrates. Follow me? Those are our macronutrients. Those are the big dog pit bulls. Okay, so when it comes to carbs, carbs is the one that people tend to overconsume. I would like you to spend 1, 2, maybe 3 days just writing down how many grams of carbohydrates you're taking in per day. And you need to write it down, because what's going to happen is you're going to sneak in a oatmeal cookie here and there. I know you will. I'm not going to lie to you right now. I had 2 cookies today. Now, I write down and I monitor my body weight every morning, like I mentioned, so I'm a lot more cognizant of this type of stuff. But for most people, they're not even doing that. So what you do is you write down how many grams of carbs you're taking in per day, and then what you're going to try to focus on is keeping that below 100 grams. If you can keep that below 100 grams for, let's do a Monday through Saturday. Let's do a 6-day run of I'm keeping my grams of carbohydrates below 100 grams. Weigh yourself Monday morning, then weigh yourself Sunday morning. Bet you lose weight. What? All right, so that's gonna did it all for the nookie. Hey, what's up, Chingadiculous? I'm glad that you're in the live stream. I have some questions here I'm going to be answering. If you have any questions relating to what Anthony Trueheart up there asked, or also related to, yeah, let's focus on that for now. Any questions related to that or any silly stuff, please put that in there. Okay, so here's another one for being better looking. Work on your grooming now. Even though you're not going to be outside and be seen by so many people, we could always do a little bit more to work on our grooming. I know that you're not using them Q-tips every day. I know you ain't doing that because you don't have to, right? If you get into the habit of using the Q-tip, of shaving, even if you don't have to shave, then what's going to happen is when you get out there and you actually are back in the world, you're going to have those habits and they're going to be ingrained in you. Because a lot of times it'll be one of those days where you're like, oh man, I wish God, I didn't shave. It's not that you don't want to shave or anything like that. It's that you don't have a habit of flossing, of cleaning out your ears, of trimming your fingernails. I trimmed my fingernails before I did the live stream today, by the way. And I always brush my teeth before I live stream and before I do a video because this light, man, it will look different if my teeth are white and clean. It really does. So work on your grooming habits, and that's simple. That doesn't even cost you calories. Try to get a little bit more sleep. That's a great one. Drink more water. I recommend you drink 4 of these a day. This is 32 ounces. If you drink 4 of these, you still won't hit a gallon. You still won't hit a gallon, dog. You got to drink 4 1/4 of these to get 1 gallon of water. I think a gallon of water is 144 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. I'm probably not. All right. This is a good one. How often should we be trimming our pubes? You're talking about manscaping specifically. Okay, so this is what I need you to understand. It's not all about trimming your pubes. One thing that's going to be a big difference is actually trimming the hair. So imagine that you're wearing a pair of tighty whities or briefs, not boxer briefs, standard briefs. You're going to want to actually trim the hair that's in your upper thigh area. You're going to want to get that down. I'm not saying that you got to go with I'm not saying to use a blade. I'm saying maybe use a 1 on an electric razor. You're going to trim it down there. And then above the waistline, you're going to want to trim that. And I think that you should actually trim, I don't know if you can see me, you trim up here and you can leave a happy trail. You want to leave it like, can I see that? Yeah. You want to leave like a happy trail and then that can connect to your chest hair. I think that's a good one. Oh man, I don't know if that actually showed up correctly. So that's what you want to really do. And then you want to work on the shaft. You want to trim the hair on your shaft all the way down to the base. And this is not something that you do with a blade. You don't use a blade. I don't recommend using any depilatories. If you're familiar with what a depilatory is, that is a product like Nair. So it's something that it'll just make the hair fall out. I don't recommend any of those kind of things because there's chemicals in that. You don't want to bring chemicals down near your near that area. So those are the first things you want to do because if you can actually create a nice surrounding area, it's going to frame it, right? Then what you'll do is you'll actually take the hair off of the base of your shaft, and then that's going to add length to it. Now, if you're talking about the actual length of your pubic hair, I have 2 opinions on this. One of the opinions is that you do not trim your pubic hair. That's it. You actually do just what I mentioned and nothing more. So I've actually done that before, and I find that that's pretty cool because you can actually just not worry about it because there's a lot more work to be done the other way. So that's one. That's one approach. And if you say you get lucky, then they see a person that seems pretty natural, but it doesn't look unnatural. It looks natural, and it looks good yet still natural because you've trimmed around the area, thereby highlighting the natural qualities. It's like a dude, like I have a beard, right? But check this out. You see, I haven't trimmed my neck in a while, but you see that? This is very natural, but it's still like kept. So that's one approach. The other approach is you would go with a low razor. Electric razor here, guys. I'm talking like you want to do like a 3. You don't want to go down to be a baby. And how often you should do this? I'd say every 2 to 4 weeks. That's it. Every 2 to 4 weeks. All right, what else do we got here? Is it better to have a large bush or pungent smegma? Okay, well, you're talking about 2 different things here, bro. You're talking about 2 different things here. So I can't speak on the smegma because I am circumcised. I was born in the West. And this is the thing. For anybody who's uncircumcised, great. Anybody who's circumcised, great. I don't think dudes pass judgment on other dudes on this thing. I think this is purely, maybe homosexual men do. I think this is a woman and a homosexual thing to judge another dude on whether he's rocking a hood like Trayvon Martin or not. So this is the deal. That's two different things. First off, but I think a natural bush is good. I don't think that you want it to be like. I don't think that you want to be um, like a Ken doll with like no body hair whatsoever. I don't think that's natural. I say I got body hair, bro. If you think I got a beard here and then you look at the rest of my body and there's no hair there, that's odd. It's odd. No, we can't do that. It's weird, bro. Okay, so yeah, better looking. Yeah, so that body trimming that falls underneath that, being socially more confident. Being socially more confident is this: do not argue with anybody. Stop arguing. No more arguments. If somebody disagrees with you, then they disagree with you, and just keep your mouth shut. They disagree. Okay, cool. Because you don't have to change their opinion. That's one thing. Boom. That's going to alleviate a lot of stress. Now, you're going to have to deal with how you feel about your differences of opinion, but you're good to go. You're not going to actually engage with anything. And the fact that you're not engaging, it's going to really alleviate the tension that may have occurred if you would have argued. You don't argue. It's one thing. The next thing is that you don't need to explain yourself. You can have an opinion, you can say your reason, but there's no necessity to explain yourself. Because you don't owe them anything. You have an opinion, you have a platform, you stand on your platform, you say your opinion, and then you're good. Those two things will make you a lot more confident socially because you'll actually be saying less. Talk slower. Just talk slower. Take time for pauses. If somebody cuts you off, look at them. Look them directly in the eye. Those are really helpful things. So that's a couple things for socially. Have I ever been in a sauna and gotten a whiff of someone's smegma? I have never. I've never done that. And I'll tell you one thing, my friend. I use the sauna on a regular basis. You know that I'm an advocate of sauna because of the ability for the sauna to create heat shock proteins, which have been proven to upregulate your metabolic function and thereby increase testosterone and increase weight loss. So, I've definitely used the sauna. I told you I use the sauna 1 hour a week. I do my training. I go in there. I do a 10 to 15 minute sauna session every time I go to the gym. I do it a minimum of 1 hour a week. So when it comes to that, the idea is you would want to either use the sauna at the end of the workout to sweat out some of the excess moisture that you would have, to also loosen up the muscles that may have gotten tight so that then you could stretch out after the session a little bit better. Some people don't like to drink water either. If you go into that sauna after your workout, you get thirsty. And then what do? Then you're like, I gotta drink some water. And it actually make you drink water. But the mental benefits of the sauna are also not to be overlooked. So I use the sauna for that because it forces you to meditate. It's so hot in the sauna that you literally sit there and you're just like, and you're just focused on your breath. And when you're focused completely on your breath, then you're essentially putting yourself into a meditative state. As long as there's not a punk playing their music so loud through their headphones that you can hear it from across the sauna. I hate that. There's not a lot of things that I hate, but I hate people who play music so loud in environments that are supposed to be meditative environments. They are not conscious. I also hate people that talk too much in the sauna. If there's like 3 dudes in the sauna and there's nobody else in there and they're all buddies, they can talk. But otherwise, no. So, use the sauna at the end. But the other thing you want to do is use the sauna at the beginning of the workout. Go straight into the sauna. Break that sweat. Then you can kind of jump into your workout and shorten the amount of time that you would have had to spend physically warming up on an elliptical or doing calisthenics. You still have to do that stuff, but you'll be a lot warmer. And that can shorten your workout while still giving you the time in the sauna. Boom, that's some good advice. All right, so what else we got going on in here from the chat? I want more. I want more. You got to feed me, dogs. You got to feed me because I'm hungry. I got answers for you. You understand I got a master's degree in interdisciplinary studio art. I'm in the studio, dog. I know what the deal is. So if you got a question, this is your opportunity. This is your moment. Also, oh, here we go. A lot of people say or act like they want your advice. You give it to them and the shit hurts their feelings. Maybe. I don't think they really want it. They want some validation. What's your thoughts? What are my thoughts on people that ask for advice, but then what they really seem to want is they want validation? I don't know. I don't know. I think that people need connections. I think that people need to feel connected to other people, and that it's tough to make those connections, especially now, considering that the situation that we're in, we got to stay, we got to stay 6 feet apart from each other, and that's tough. Now, what I will say is that if people, it's like, this is the question I have: how many times do you have to learn a lesson? Do you have to learn a lesson? Yo, I don't know if you can hear the background. I got some commotions happening in the background. How many times you got to hear the same lesson? You got to say, learn that lesson before you actually start incorporating it into your lives and you make a change. How many times you got to keep hearing that thing? Because sometimes people, it's like once, just once, they had to learn something, and then they made that change. I'm hard-headed, dog. They said a hard head makes a soft ass. Do you know what that means? That means that people that don't listen, they end up messing up, and then they end up going to the booty house. That's what that means. A hard head makes a soft ass. So anyway, that's the question. Does it take you a long time to learn something? Because there's one thing that the guy this I heard this when I was young. This guy goes like this. He goes like this. The guy goes, shut up. And this other guy goes, man, why you make me shut up? You better make me shut up. And the guy's like, shut up. And then they got into a little scuffle, right? And then there was another dude who saw the whole thing go down. And this guy, they got into the scuffle. Once they break it up, the one dude leaves. So now one of the guys that was in the fisticuffs, he goes up to the other dude. And this dude is like a mountain, okay? He's like an immovable object. And he goes, yo, what happens when you hear that? You see that fool try to tell me to shut up, yo? You see that fool try to tell me to shut up, yo? He's trying to talk to this big boy, this mountain, this Mount Fuji character. And the guy goes, a father mucker told me to shut up once. Just once. Okay. So if you could go back to school and change your major, what would you do? I love that question. Okay, this is what I would do. I would do a degree in either mass communications, or I would do a degree in psychology, and I would focus on being a behavioral psychologist, something like a neuroscientist. That's what I would do. I would do one of those two degrees. Yeah, if I was going to do anything involving anything like the mass comm is for like the art. It's because I'm going to get my ability to do a lot of stuff with the art through the mass communications, and then the psychology, it just dovetails into so many things that I'm interested in. Other than that, maybe a business degree. So those are the things that I would have done, but I'm actually doing them anyway, more or less. Yeah, because the business, you want to become an entrepreneur. It's not like you have to be an entrepreneur, but you need those skills. I was having a great conversation with a friend the other day, and we were saying, I was like, I don't think that I don't need a gun. Would I like a gun? I would like a gun, but I don't need a gun. Some people say, why would you want a gun? I want a gun because if I needed it, then I would have it. And if I had it, then I would have the skills on how to use a gun. Because the last thing that you want to be is in a situation where you need a gun and don't have one. And then let's say you get a gun in the situation. For some reason, there's all sorts of chaos ensuing. And now you have a gun and you don't know how to use it. That's even like worse. So it's not that I want a gun to do anything other than to be skilled with a gun. Then I don't have to use it. That will give you some confidence. I want to know how to fight and defend myself so that I can defend myself if I'm ever in a fight. Not that I want to fight anybody. There's a lot of things that are important like that where people overlook them and then they're not prepared. Don't you want to know how to make a lean-to and to survive if you had to just survive in the wilderness? Don't you want to know how to catch an animal, quarter it, make it into some sort of food, process it, and then eat it, and then use its skin so you can wear it? Don't you want to know how to do that? I want to know how to do that because when push comes to shove, I might need to know how to do that. I might not need to know how to do it, but it's definitely some good information. I also want to know how to program a website. There's a lot of things I want to know how to do. Do you think degrees are even necessary nowadays, or is it just a financial trap? But you're going to get into that axe throwing, so you don't need a gun. I need a gun. I need a gun. But the axe throwing is good too. I need a gun. I actually wouldn't mind learning how to do some, if you're familiar with kendo or fencing, those are good. Those are good skills to have too. There's actually a French sport. It's called savate, and savate is got a lot of karate styling and fencing styling. It's like open hand fencing, and it's like kickboxing in a straight line. Yeah, that's really good. So if you can do that, you can like get really good like stabbing people and stuff. But yeah, are degrees even necessary nowadays, or is it just a financial trap? Some degrees are necessary. It depends on your major, obviously. I know people hate when you say it depends. What it depends on, first and foremost, is if you're trying to go for a medical degree. Because you're not going to be able to get a medical degree. You're not going to be able to work in medicine on a high level if you don't have a degree. There's no way around it. So when it comes to that, yes, degrees are necessary. If you want to be a doctor, you got to get a degree. So that's one of the biggest things. Now, if you want to work in the fitness industry, no, you don't need a degree, but some aspects of it are necessary. So I think an associate's degree is a very good thing to have. I don't think that you want to just graduate high school and just not pursue any sort of education. And that's the question. The question. This is the thing about the question. It's not that you need a degree. It's that you need to be an intelligent, critical thinker who is always learning. You must be a lifelong learner with critical thinking skills and very healthy habits of mind. Most people have poor habits of mind, and the further that they are from situations like school, the more that those healthy habits of mind that are fostered and preserved in an educational institution, the more that those habits of mind deteriorate. That's why it's so important to have smart, good friends. Because a good friend who's smart and on point and always striving, they're not entertaining bad thoughts. They're not entertaining poor thoughts. They have an idea of what works and what doesn't, and they just take the stuff that doesn't and they just jettison it from the craft. The craft, we're in like a spacecraft, and we're like, we have too much weight. The craft has too much weight. We need to jettison some weight. All right, all these guys that are losers, they're just throw the droids out. Just get rid of some of those droids. They're running on an obsolete operating system. They're out. That's what happened in Transformers the movie. All these Decepticons were damaged, and then Starscream had them jettison some weight from Space Train. Astro Train was the name of the shuttle that they flew in. It was a transformer and a shuttle. And Megatron was still functioning, and they were going to jettison him. And yeah, Starscream threw him out the space shuttle. Yeah. Anyway, philosophical shit. If someone had a gun to your head and said you have to kill me or I kill you, what are you doing? If someone has a gun to my head and says that I have to kill them or they're going to kill me, what are you doing? What I'm doing, they have a gun to my head. I'm going to try to close the distance between the gun and me. So I don't know exactly. I mean, if it's a gun to my head, I'm assuming they're standing behind me and I'm in an execution style position. So like I'm gonna have to try to just turn my head and just close the distance. So you want to get as close to this person as you possibly can while moving the gun away from your body. So you know what I'm saying. You want to isolate the gun, get close to them, close the gap, and you want to attack their hands. It's like grip fighting. It's like hand fighting at that point. And you want to keep that thing low. You want to keep that shit low so it shoots the floor or shoots something like that. And maybe we're gonna work on like headbutting the guy. You gotta separate that person from that gun. That's what you want to do. And then what I'm gonna do is if I can get to the gun once it separates from the person, I'm gonna take the gun and I'm gonna kill the person with the gun. That's what I'm gonna have to do in that situation. If they're facing me and they have the gun in my face, I'm gonna try to move my head and then I'm gonna try to shoot for maybe like a double leg takedown and try to like really climb up their body as quick as I can, and then the same kind of thing. But you want to get mount, side control. You want to obviously isolate an arm. You want to really you're not going to be thinking about striking here very much. I mean, if you are, it's very very quick elbows and like hammer strikes. That's really what it is. You're not going to be throwing punches in these situations, just so you know. Yeah, you're going isolating. If you had unlimited amount of funds, would you still go to school for neuroscience? If I had an unlimited amount of funds, would I still go to school for neuroscience? No. No, I wouldn't. If I had an unlimited amount of funds, I would essentially, well, gosh, if it's an unlimited amount of funds, then I wouldn't go to school for neuroscience. I love that question though. But I would start to find the most mentors that I could find, and I would learn from them how to optimize my life so that my life itself could become better. The need for neuroscience degrees is not as necessary in that situation because I have all the money. What I want to do is I want to just improve my life specifically first. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't do that later, but the first thing that I would want to do is I would want to talk to people about how to invest this money correctly. How can I create a business that is sustainable, that is going to continue to make money on top of money? What kind of land could I buy? Is there any sort of institutions that I can create or support that can actually help the environment more? Specifically, like, urban communities, the healthcare system, educational centers. That's the kind of stuff that I'm going to do. Because the thing about the unlimited amount of money is it would really, really change your life. And by doing some of these things, then I can actually bring in people who are already neuroscientists and they can work in like my facilities and help people. I'd really really like to do something with people who are suffering from traumatic brain injuries that are like wounded warriors. I'd really like to do something with that. And I'd also really like to do something with cancer treatments. I'd like to figure that out. Those are some things that I'd really be interested in working with. People that have CTE, I'd like to figure that out. And yeah, those are some stuff. Okay, so I have some information on Twitter that we can go over. I don't know if you're familiar with this new word, but I got to tell you, everyone, I have an announcement to make. I am I'm a Cuomo-sexual. That's right. I'm a Cuomo-sexual. Now, that is somebody who has a deep, abiding affection or attraction bordering on obsession for any person carrying the surname Cuomo. I've watched a lot of Andrew Cuomo and Chris Cuomo, and I just want you to know that I wanted to make it known here that I am a Cuomo-sexual. That's something I got from Urban Dictionary. Isn't that silly? Isn't that so silly? Um, he's doing well as far as how he's governing the state of New York. I think he's a pretty solid person. I don't know what's going to be happening with Joe Biden and the Democratic Party as we move closer and closer to the election come November. A lot of people are questioning Joe Biden's mental capacity. And with that, I don't think that Andrew Cuomo would be a bad representative of the Democratic Party. That is just my opinion, but I wanted you to know that that is now a new word. It was coined, if I'm not mistaken, on April 6th. So now you know. I hope you guys have checked out the Joe Dispenza pineal gland activation breathing techniques. This is going to be really helpful for you, especially if you are what was the one astrological sign, the Aries. You're going to need to do this. It's going to really help you because I know that you Aries get crazy. Here it goes again with the Dr. Joe Dispenza. The Dr. Joe Dispenza pineal gland activation. I want you to open up your pineal gland. Let's open that thing up. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Being brown and from an affluent white community has made social distancing very easy for me. Because people were avoiding me before, and now that they think that I might give them something, it's even better. It's better in the fact that I don't have to work hard to create space between people. It is a bummer because I'm an extrovert. Don't forget, I'm here every Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. and Friday night at 10 p.m. and then Sundays at 7 p.m. It's so good. You guys got to get in the chat. Come on my chat. Drop down on my chat, yo. Drop down on that chat, son. So who's out there doing God mode? Anybody in God mode? Because I'm in God mode. What I'm saying is we are going, oh, shoot. I don't know if anybody had an opportunity to check out my last video on my YouTube channel. Oh man, my last video was off the hook, son. Off the hook. Okay, so basically, the last video was covering edging and nofap. So if you are on the nofap team, then you have at some point thought about edging. And I talk about my opinions on that if you're doing nofap and also what edging can do for you. It's actually a pretty decently popular video. I've changed my approach to YouTube a little bit. I am still creating videos that are designed to help improve your life, especially if you're a man. And what I'm doing is I'm a copycat. I am a copycat. So I'm copying titles of people who've already done successful videos. And I'm making videos about the same exact topic. And I'm doing it in my own way, but the title of the video, hey, that video got a lot of views, and that's what it's called. I'm gonna make a video the same thing. You got a video called Eat It. I got a video called Eat It. I'm just the one doing it. You got a video called Suge Knight is scary. I got a video called Suge Knight is scary. It's exactly straight copycat, kid. But this is the thing. It's just the copy of the title. There's definitely like a movie called Batman, and there's another movie called Batman, and they're actually about the same topic too. There's how many? I don't know how many Spider-Man there are. So these videos are going. That video is a lot of fun to make. It's crazy. You know a video is good when it's long and you didn't even mean for it to be long. When you do a video and it was really hard to make a video and it's short, that was not something about that video. Something about that video is difficult. Something. Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Give me 1 second. Oh, dude. This guy online the other day, such a poop head. Because you know they're reopening some of the states, right? Some states aren't reopening. Some states are reopening now. He goes like this. He goes, how about we not reopen Virginia? Just so self-centered, selfish a-holes can stuff their F-tard faces with Golden Corral again. That's what this guy says. Let's not reopen Virginia so self-centered, selfish a-holes can stuff their F-tard faces with Golden Corral again. He cursed. I didn't. I took his quote and then I just like hit him back and I said, "Where do you live, dog? Where do you live?" For sure, right? Where do you live? I looked at his account. It was disgusting. He's nothing but a barnacle. I've been calling people barnacles a lot. And I want to know, do you ever feel like you're being disrespectful to the thing that you're calling the person? Because I feel like I'm being rude to barnacles. 'Cause barnacles grow on whales and stuff, and whales are pretty cool. So it's like, how bad is a barnacle that grows on like an awesome whale? You know? I went, that's like a whale. It's going barnacle. I'm calling this fool a barnacle. Maybe he doesn't deserve that. Yeah, I got to be copying them people out there. Copy that. It's like, you know how they have like police officers and stuff? They'll be like, copy that. I see somebody do something dope. I'm like, copy that. It's what I do. I got to do what I got to do. I got to do what I got to do. That's the thing. People don't get it. People don't get it. Oh, here, this is a lot of fun. I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see what I ordered, man. This thing's got to come in the mail soon. I cannot wait for this thing to drop this thing on y'all heads. Oh man, look at this. So sexy. That's the new microphone I have. I'm excited like a mofo. I'm more excited than a fuddamucka. Right, like calling someone a son of an SOB when a lot of biatches have cool kids. For sure, right? That's so funny. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Call somebody a son of a bitch when a lot of bitches have cool sons. But see, that's like, is she like a bad bitch, like a Lizzo type bitch, or is she like resting bitch face because like she's always in that mood, and then her face has actually slowly morphed into like permanent bitch face? Because that lady's probably doesn't have a nice kid. How long do you think it takes to grow a large following online like YouTube? Is it relative or is there a formula? I believe it is relative, and it's relative to your standard level of a couple things. So it's like this: if I was a super attractive woman, I could do the same thing that I'm doing, and my YouTube channel, I'm saying it would be there'd be many, 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 many more subscribers. There's no way a woman who is, I'm gonna say I'm a 6.5, a 6.5. All right. Let's say that there's a woman who's like a 6.5, and she is doing the same thing that I'm doing, and she's streaming every single day, same quality content. There's no way that she's only got 152 subscribers. There's no way. There's no way, dude. There's no way, dude. There's no way, dude. It's not at all. So it's relative. See, now apparently I'm not even a 6.5. Like if I look like Chris Hemsworth and I was doing this, dude, it would be different. I'm not sure. Okay. Is there a formula? This is the one thing that I haven't done yet. I haven't paid to promote my stuff through YouTube. Every once in a while, I run a ad for my trailer for my channel, and then I'll get like 1 or 2 subscribers from that. I'll get a spike from it. But what I could do is you can make it so that every single day, you can do it like this. You can do a penny per view. And then every time you get a view, it costs you a penny. So if you want 100 views, it costs you $1 for 100 views. Now, what the thing is once you get that view, then what happens is they're not just going to watch it for, well, this is what a view is. I believe a view is at least 15, it might be 15 or 30 seconds of constant viewing time to get one view, right? Now, if I already got you for 15 to 30 seconds, the thing is that that's the amount of time that it takes for somebody to either like you or not like you. So it's worth a penny to get an opportunity to prove yourself to someone. So I haven't done that yet. And I could set it up like that. And I believe that if I were to do that, that I would probably grow a lot more. The other formula, I kind of mentioned it. It's like, first off, you have to create a niche. So it's like, whatever, like, I'm a black dude and I'm talking, it's called like inner city skating. That would be like, the name of your YouTube channel. It would be all about being a skater that lives in the inner city. And that's the whole YouTube channel. It focuses on just like, maybe not just black people, but maybe there'd be a lot of black skaters into that. But there'd be Hispanic people. There'd be like maybe some people from Boston, some like dirty, grungy, like white kids that are like just stupid, just dumb as a brick from like Southie and like way out near Revere. These kind of guys. And it's called inner city skating, and that's it. And maybe it doesn't even cover rollerblading, just skateboarding, and that would be your channel. And that's how you're supposed to do it. And then like every once in a while you'll be like, hey, we're gonna go out to the skate park in the suburbs, and then like you can see like a juxtaposition to it. They do some videos like that. But that's what you're supposed to do, and you're supposed to just sit on that niche, and don't move, and just sit there. And yeah, it's tough. It's tough because I made that up, but I can't necessarily do that for myself. I don't see that for myself. And when you do that, you just keep doing that. But what I'm doing now is I just keep copying titles of people that have already got it. Like, you know what dudes look for? They look for nofap. They look for semen retention. Right now, dopamine detoxing is really popular. They look for yeah, those are really popular topics for dudes right now. They look for how to get laid. Those are the kind of things that dudes are really interested in right now. If you're just a normal guy, um, yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. If you could be an attractive woman, would I? If I could be an attractive woman, would I? No, 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 no. No, I don't want to be a woman. Um, what is this? What if you got more than one niche, a lot of hobbies and whatnot? If you got a lot of hobbies, more than one, then the suggestion is to. I think this is what I was actually planning on doing. Starting another channel and doing it there. So then you have two channels, and then you can, on one channel, you can then be like, hey, you can also check out my other channel here. And then on that channel, you're like, you can also check out my other channel here. That's one thing that you can do. You can also release different content different days of the week. So you can do that too. So you're like, Mondays we're talking about inner city skating, and Tuesdays we're talking about woodworking. Why are they doing that? I don't know. So you can do that, and you can also do this. I was thinking about doing black pill content and not listing it. So it's out. I keep making it, and then all I do is I add it to the playlist. So I'll do a black pill video. It'll get uploaded, but it'll never be listed. And then like that playlist will have videos that keep getting added to it, but I don't promote it at all. And I was thinking I could do that. Like if I wanted to do another hobby, especially if it was controversial, and then you could say, like in your video, they have the things that pop up. They pop up like right here when you're watching it. It goes like that, and then it says like whatever, and then it goes away. That is your Easter egg, and then that will allow people to see it. So then they can, if they're paying attention, they'll be like, "Oh, snap!" And then they click on it, and then they get to go to this content that's like kind of hidden. And when you do your videos, you go, and I have a Easter egg in the video, and it will tell you how to get to some extra hidden content. And you say that, and people are like, "I want to see that." Oh, I meant since you said woman, get more subscribers. So yeah, well, I mean, right? I'm not a woman though. Yeah, I mean, if I could be, yeah, yeah, Yeah. No, the reason, the what you have to do is you just have to make the very, very best content that you possibly can. I was I was gonna do I figured out how to do the screen share, you guys, and I think that that's really kind of cool. So you guys can see like what my screen share looks like. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try this now. So stay with me real quick as I do it. It might not work. Hopefully it does. Awesome. Okay, so what you guys see here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait 1 second. Okay, see, I messed that up. All right, so check this out. It's gonna go over to here. Yeah, so this is challenging, but I've been working on figuring out how to make this work. Yeah, you can see I'm like working on this. I lost my Twitter page. Where did it go? Where did it go? Yeah, see, this is terrible. It's not that bad, actually. People do stuff like this all the time. They make major mistakes. Where did it go? All right, I'll try this again. Here, I'll move this over to here. Got it. Okay, cool. And then I'll pop this back. Okay, cool. So transition again. All right, so what we have here is we have like my Twitter, and I can show you. I can show you, and you can definitely still hear me. So this is my Twitter page. This is what it looks like. It says I'm an artist, comedian, host, and YouTuber. And then I drop in videos 5 times a week, live streams Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., 10 p.m., 7 p.m. Subscribe below and help my YouTube channel grow. Washington, D.C. And then you have a link to my YouTube channel. I got my pinned tweet. Obviously, it's the one talking about this one. I'm answering questions about how to grow your following on Twitter. And then it says click, and this is the link to this live stream, my friends. And then I have a couple of these things, and see, these are the live stream, hashtag streaming success YouTuber. And then I got this picture of me that I had taken by a professional camera photographer, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I was going to do this and actually teach people some stuff, and I have this whole program set up. This is the first time that I have done live streaming where you could actually see what I'm doing. It's my first time, and I think it's valuable. But I'm not getting a lot of viewers here, so, and I'm also getting 0 questions on Twitter from my live chat. So doing this is kind of like not worth it. It's better to just do a vlog, not a vlog, but a video, a YouTube video about how to do it. And then that's what I would do. But you can see here, here's like a funny tweet. Okay, so I'm the type of brother that thinks the events from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure are going to be on my next history test. So I just tweeted that earlier. I tweeted that as my practice for the live stream today. I tweeted this last night. I just took a bottle of testosterone. Dare me to drive? And then drive. Look, drive equals fight Yoel Romero. And so you see this tweet? I did it 14 hours ago. Got 11 favorites, but only 1 retweet. So this would be what you would do. If it's actually a little funnier than I think it's getting credit for, so I'm going to undo the retweet. I'm going to slide down here, and then I'm going to go back to it, and I'm going to retweet it again. Boom. Okay, so now I'll go up here and I'll show you some of this other stuff. So you turned out, okay, here's a question I asked earlier today. You turn down a dark alley and see 2 individuals lying on the ground. One is a bleeding heart liberal, and the other a bleeding heart vampire. Who are you sadder for? See, that's a tweet that's designed to get interaction, and it only got 1 like. A tweet like this that's getting 0 feedback is a tweet that you want to copy, paste, and delete. This is not the kind of tweet that you want to save, because it's not that it's bad. It's a well-written tweet. It's well-written, and it's thoughtful, and it's actually supposed to be engaging, but it's not getting that. So when you put that effort out and you get no return, to leave it up there is actually not good, because people see that it's not getting anything. And because of the fact that other people haven't given it love, it becomes less valuable. It's like a comic book that you think is awesome that nobody wants to buy. That's why some comic books are worth millions of dollars and some aren't. And you're like, why do people like Spider-Man so much? Fuck that, Spawn's better. No, not in the market. Now look over here. These are your analytics for the tweet. Oh wait, hold on one second. So you can actually check the tweet analytics. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah. Do you want to download? Do you want to allow downloads on Twitter.com? Okay, I'm gonna hit that. Come on, bro. All right. Usually it doesn't happen. I did some stuff on my computer earlier, but I've actually seen this tweet before, and I think I already copied and pasted it, so I'm gonna delete it. But that's what I would do. So, anyways, that's just a little bit of information on Twitter, and I was gonna do this as my I was going to do that and try to show people, not try, I mean, I could have clearly done that. My goal was to do that and do a tutorial and lead people through like what I do on Twitter and how that works for me. Now, that might not necessarily work for people. I think that that's cool. I can do the live streams from here on out, and I can actually start bringing in stuff like I'm saying, hey, did you see this thing? This thing is super crazy. And people can I can kind of make the live stream a little bit more interactive. So that's my goal. I got 2 viewers right now. I got 3 likes. It's been an hour and 11 minutes. Not bad. Anthony Trueheart, thank you so much for listening to the live stream, being here, being involved. Darkest Night, I saw you up there earlier. Thanks for saying it's over. Appreciate that. Jacob, I appreciate you being in there. I know you're working and you got lunch and all that stuff. I appreciate that. Philosophical-ish, always appreciate it. Thank you so much for being there, being engaged in the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've added a little bit more information to the live stream, as well as a lot more regularity. So we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up for us. Before we did Mary Bob Kill today. I did the horoscopes again. I made them funnier. I plugged everything. And I did a new thing on the Ustream or the live stream, and I also taught you the new word, the quomosexual. I came out like that, and then we played Mary Bob. We played Mary Bob Kill as well. So we had a lot of fun. We're gonna do some more of this stuff tomorrow. I'm gonna keep making it fun and friendly, and it's gonna be better. Please share this with your friends, your family, your enemies, whatever. And I'll be here tomorrow at 2 p.m. Also, check out my YouTube channel for more videos about how to improve your life. I love you so much. Thank you. It means a lot. I accept you as my audience, and we're growing together. Peace.